Hey everybody, and welcome back to another one of Mudflap's movie reviews. My name is Mudflap, and today I will be reviewing the first episode of Season 3 of The Boys. Let's get started. So this episode is directed by Philip Gritcha, and it stars Jack Quaid, Anthony Starr, Carl Urban, Aaron Moriarty, and Jensen Ackles. So we start this episode out where we see a short intro into the movie Dawn of the Seven, which was being worked on last season. You know, ever since Stormfront came out as a Nazi, all of the stuff that the Seven is doing is now geared towards anti-Nazism. And of course Homelander doesn't like how that's going because he actually had, feelings for her and loves her, but he has to put on this fake face to save his reputation and all of the ratings and fans, because if he's seen as being in love with a Nazi, forget about being the Seven's center star. But we get to see that throughout this episode, how Homelander is being more and more affected by what's going on around him. He's definitely unhinged. I mean, he's been unhinged this whole time, but he's at his most unhinged right now, where one more thing that doesn't go his way and he will snap and he is going to kill somebody. I'm not sure who it's going to be, but I'm just waiting for one little thing to make him finally snap, and then he's just going to go on a murder spree because he doesn't have anything to lose, because he's the strongest member of the Seven. That's kind of the unfortunate thing about, the CEO of Seven when he decided to make Homelander captain is, I don't even know if they know how to even kill him. So they created a monster of their own making. This episode takes place a year after the events of the ending of Season 2. It's just really great to see MM back with his family again, and how hard he was really working towards seeing his family again. Huey's working for a congresswoman now, and he's just really trying to step on his own and do his own thing. He's still in a relationship with Starlight, but he's starting to become has a little more reputation because people know him as the person who helped take down Stormfront, and he's dating Starlight, and it seems like his life's going pretty well so far. Butcher is a part of the congresswoman's plan to pretty much get rid of the lower level soups, where he goes out and he captures them and he turns them over to her. That's part of her campaign. He's still thinking a lot about his wife Becca and Homelander, and just doing his best to take care of Ryan, but he wants to keep his distance because he just doesn't trust himself as a father figure, just because of the example that he had. But I just like seeing him at least making an effort to try to help Ryan out, find his place in life, and grow up without Homelander's influence in him, and use his powers for good instead of for evil, which is what a Homelander does. Yeah, this was a good start to Season 3. I have a feeling this season is going to be the most diabolical season yet, just based off the trailer. I can't wait to see Soldier Boy. Slight hint to him coming at the end of this episode, but I can't wait to see Jensen Ackles return to the screen. All I can see him as is Dean from Supernatural, but I think he's going to do an amazing job as Soldier Boy. I can't wait to see him. A couple of my favorite moments of this episode, I just kind of like the whole feel of this episode. It was peacetime, there's not much going on right now. A lot of politics going on right now with trying to weaponize Compound V and give to soldiers and first responders to help battle against the soups. But also just seeing where everybody's at now, and they're just trying to live life as best they can and move on. But I have a feeling that we're going to see them all come back together again very soon, because Homelander is definitely on the warpath now. There's another cool scene in this first episode where he shows up at Butcher's house and they sit down, and Homelander kind of has to talk with them, and it's kind of a threatening. He's saying, it's gonna end badly between us, like how this is gonna end. But it was just a really cool setting. Butcher's there just drinking coffee, and Homelander appears out of nowhere, and they sit down at the table facing each other. And there's a cool little trivia fact that I saw on Amazon Prime. When you watch the videos, they have those little general trivia that show up on the side of the screen, and that scene where they sit down and they face each other with coffee is inspired from the movie Heat with Val Kilmer and Al Pacino. classic movie from the 90s, and I just thought that was really cool that they replicated that scene. But it was just really cool to see each other again after a year, and you know that the tension is building between the two, and I don't know how much longer Homelander is going to be able to keep any sanity left. He doesn't really have any sanity to begin with, but now that Butcher has some of the temporary V, he's going to use it eventually because that's the only way he can even come close to fighting Homelander. The hopes is that if he can recruit Soldier Boy to help him out, he will have a fighting chance against Homelander. So I'm just really excited to see what this season has to offer. Kind of just one of the big hopes is I want to see a really cool showdown between Soldier Boy and Homelander, but it'd also be really cool to see a showdown between Butcher and Homelander as well. Huey, I just want to see his character continue to grow and grow, and he's building more confidence. He's still got an interesting relationship with Butcher. You know, you can tell Butcher's that tough guy, but he definitely has feelings. He definitely does care about Huey in his own way, but he hides it a lot because, you know, that's kind of the guy he is. But I also want to see more of the Vought Empire be brought down, just because I think more and more people are realizing how corrupt it really is and how Supes are not really the saviors that people make them out to be. So I'm just super excited to see what the season has to offer. For this first episode, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 Mudflaps, just because it was just a great episode to get me back into the boys, and I just can't wait to see the rest of the season. Drop in the comments below who's your favorite member of the 7. And as always, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and I'll see you next time.